Hi, I'm Helena, and this is just a short video of, I would like to say it's a morning flow. You can also definitely use it as a warm up to any kind of yoga practice. Um, it's what I do first thing in the morning, and it's often kind of what I find myself doing when I'm starting to get into a stronger flow as well, to really just warm me up, open up the shoulders, the neck, the hamstrings, the hips, get some blood moving, and get yourself feeling good. So I always start off with child's pose. For me, child's pose, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves often to do yoga, and I think if you just start in child's and move from there, everything goes great. So take the knees wide. You want to have the toes touching behind you, and just stretch the arms forward and just plugging the fingers into the earth. Press them in as you send your hips back. And just start taking in big breaths here, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And when you're ready, start to find yourself on your hands and knees. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a big sweep up to the sky, open up your arms, and then threading the right hand underneath the left, threading the needle. You're going to roll onto that right shoulder. And you can take your left hand and you can move it around wherever it feels comfortable. If you're looking for a deeper bind or stretch, you can take the left hand behind you and bring it onto the right thigh. Even more so, if you want to have a play with balance, something I like to do, if you feel ready for it, is to just play with lifting that left leg up off the ground. Just going to get a bit of core activation going. Get a bit more blood flow. And then release slowly. And before we move on to the other side, we're going to take some cat-cows. So rotating your inner elbows in towards each other. Inhale, lift the chest, send the tailbone to the sky. Exhale, release the feet and roll back. And press your spine up to the sky like an angry cat. And then inhaling, coming through. Chest up, shoulders back, tailbone up. And exhaling. Rolling into that cat. Good. And just one more round. Inhale. And exhaling. And then we'll come onto our left side. So opening up that left arm wide up to the sky. And then threading it through underneath the right arm, figure four. And then if you feel like it worked for you on the other side, maybe take that bind, into more of a twist. Perhaps you want to release that right leg and get some core activation. Definitely gets your brain working if it's the morning for you. And then release and just come back to that child's for a moment. And just bring your forehead to the mat. Roll your third eye on the floor. And then gently tucking the toes under, planting into all 5 fingers, knees bent, send your bum up into the sky, just coming into a gentle downward dog, and just start pedaling the feet out side to side. Probably quite likely that this is your first dog of the day, so definitely don't overstretch the hamstrings just yet. We will be getting into them a bit deeper. And then just take the feet about as wide as the mat. Walk them in a little bit as well. And take the left hand and bring it over to the right shin or the right thigh, wherever you can grab. And just start to peer underneath the right armpit, coming into a twist. Good. And then release. Right hand, left leg, twisting up and under. And then just pressing back to that normal dog. Go ahead and pat the feet out again. Maybe give your head a yes and a no. Send it side to side. And then inhaling, lifting up the right leg. Keep the hips square just for a moment and really just press out through that right heel, right toes down towards the earth. And then exhale, bringing that knee towards your nose. Hold it there for a moment and then step it through. Release the back knee. Coming into a low lunge. Inhale, lift the arms up. Keep the hips square by turning the left hip to the front and the right hip to the back. And then just bring that right hand to your right knee and stretch up and over. Good. And then just to make things even, stretch over to the other side. Good. And then placing that left hand down on the earth, tuck your back toes underneath you, lift up that leg. Really keep strong here in the thigh, keep that engaged. And we're just going to twist over to the side. You may want to rock back and forth here, get some movement. Good. And then release. Just coming back down onto that right knee. We're going to heel toe the right foot in a little bit, so you're kind of on the pinky toe side. And just start to walk that left foot back. We're coming into a dragon lunge, an active dragon. So picking up that knee again, keep activated. And we're just going to take a few breaths here. You're going to feel this in your outer hip. So take it, inhale, and then exhale. Just surrender down for a moment. Inhale, lifting up. Exhaling, surrender. And one more time, inhale. Good. Exhale, release that back knee. Walk that foot to center, and we're going to come into a half splits or half Hanuman. So flex the toes back towards you, square off those hips again. And just pulling that right hip back. Inhale. You can keep that knee gently bent because, like I said, if this is the morning for you, if you haven't done any exercise yet, you definitely want to be kind to those hamstrings because hamstrings can be tight. I'm aware of that. I have quite tight hamstrings myself. And like we did before, just take an inhalation and then exhaling, bowing the head down. And one more time. Inhaling. And exhaling, bowing the head down. Good. Planting your hands by each foot, using the core with control, lifting that right foot, sending it back. We're in a high plank. We're going to move to a knees, chest, chin. If it's in your practice, you are welcome to move through your full vinyasa, but please do be kind to yourself. For your knees, chest, chin, bring your knees to the ground, bending the elbows in towards you. Bring your chest down, snake through the hands. Inhale, baby cobra. Be sure to roll those shoulder blades back and lift up the hands. Gotta be sure here that I don't have any nip slips. And just gently have a play. So inhale, rise a little bit. And then exhale, lower. And just try and take the pressure out the hands a little bit and engage that core and use your back strength. Moving with the breath. Inhale, come up a little bit higher, stretch the hands behind you. Zip up your back legs and just coming into a sort of a baby lotus here. Just to have a little play. And then release. Plant the hands back on the earth. Press back. Downward facing dog. Again, pedaling out the feet. What we'll do is we'll pivot onto the right side. So just turning your feet away from you, coming into a gentle side plank. You're welcome to bring your bottom knee down. Otherwise, just have a play here. Flow a little. Open the heart to the sky, so it's like a cobra with your chest. Just do that once more each side. Should be getting a nice lateral stretch down the side of your obliques and through your arm. Good. And then release, reset yourself back into your downward facing dog. Good. Inhaling, lifting that left leg up. Keep the hips square. Press back through that left heel as the left toes face the earth. Take a big inhalation. And then on your exhale, squeeze everything in. Give your knee a little kiss. And then place it in between the hands. Release the left leg. Inhaling, coming up into that low lunge. And squaring off the hips, so left hip goes back, right hip goes forward. And just, you really want to suck up that energy through the earth. So magnetizing your left foot towards your right knee. And then left hand onto your left knee, stretch up and over. And then just opposite side. Good. And then that right hand comes to the earth. Pick up that right leg. Keep it lifted here, keep it engaged. Keep the hips square as you twist over to the right. Of course, you're welcome to keep that knee down if you don't feel stable yet. This is a beautiful stretch. And then again, feel free to kind of rock back and forth. Maybe do some movements of the arm, bit of shoulder rotations. Good. And then releasing down. Walking that foot into the center, so you're on the pinky toe side of your left foot. Just walk that right leg back, lifting up again. You're gonna start to feel that in your outer thigh, and probably down through your IT bands, through your glutes, towards your knee. Coming up onto the fingertips. Take it, inhale. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, roll up, cobra your chest. Exhale, surrender to the earth. And one more time, inhale. And exhale, release. Foot comes back to center. Toes pointing back towards you, coming into a half split. So your half Hanuman on your left side. So pulling that left hip back as your right hip comes forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow down. Good. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. And then creeping the foot back, planting the hands down, pressing back into that downward dog. We'll move through our full vinyasa now, which I'll demonstrate. Otherwise, you are more than welcome to still take your knees, chest, and chin anytime you like. So to move to a full vinyasa, rolling over the toes, coming into that high plank, keep engaged, press through the arms, lift up through the shoulders, and then lowering down, elbows in line, press back, and then inhale, lift, coming into your full up dog. Good. And then what we'll do is we'll just release the legs down onto the earth, bringing your left hand so it's running parallel with the top of your mat. We're just going to come into a half bow. So reach back, grabbing that right foot and just pull it in towards you. Really drive your hip bones into the ground as you press and kick back through the left foot. And release. Right hand comes in front of you. Taking hold of that left foot, draw those hip bones into the ground, and then kick back. Good. And then releasing, sending back to child's pose. Take a big inhale and exhale through the mouth. Okay. So from here, you're welcome to take Shavasana. I would definitely recommend at least 30 breaths. Otherwise, from here, if you're feeling warmer, I'm going to post another video that is more of a warrior flow, which you can build up to after this. But the reason I wanted to share this with you is, yeah, it's just for me, kind of getting myself onto the mat and not even doing any standing poses, but you're still really opening up and using that core. It's a beautiful way to get the body warm and just start to kind of slink into that movement. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll be posting more.